I came to Skyrim, got wrongfully arrested because of profiling, and that was awful. And even when like you're on a shopping block, they're like, "Oh, I don't see your name on the list." Oh well, whatever. And like that's the worst thing in the world. There's like, of course you're gonna like be angry at the Imperials. So I got out of that situation, got over here to Whiterun, and then went out and I got that quest for Golden Hills. And I was like, look, I came to Skyrim to be a wine seller. Like I just wanted to be a merchant that sold like, you know, goods and wine and, you know, some, you know, funny vegetables is the best way to put it. And so I got to live my dream. And then from there, from just going about ignoring the call to adventure, just going to different towns and holds just to sell wine and like kind of get a fortune there, it was cool. And then later on it was like, okay, well now that I got these trade routes, well, you know, my trade routes are getting attacked, and why is that? And it's like, okay, well there's dragons. And then it became a thing of like, okay, well let me start dealing with this menace now that I've got my life kind of established and like things going on.
I await your command as promised. Are you ready to see the world as only a Dova can?
I'm ready. Take me to Skuldafn.
So great oath. I warn you, once you've flown the skies of Kaizal, your envy of the Dove will only increase. Amativ, mu bo kortin stinselo.
Oh, this is cool. Yo. Sweet. And so he's taking us to
This is as far as
this very secret special area, and this is right up in here. Okay, cool. So current location, Alduin's portal to Sovngarde. So here we have to take a portal to the afterlife, because that's where the enemy dragon has ended up hiding. And do we get our follower? Oh, we don't get our follower? Okay. That's fine. Let's see about... Undying Ghost. Hunter Bow. Yo. And so I'm playing on the added option for survival mode. So you can see at the top of my screen I have a little like frost symbol. That means the air is cold, and with cold air you actually like lose max HP. So you have to worry about a lot about like your hunger, you have to worry about sleeping and resting. I like it. I would say like you can play your first playthrough however you want, but I always suggest at some point doing a playthrough with survival mode on. So it adds like a really cool like extra aspects to the game overall. Alright, cool. So I'm up at level 66 now, which is pretty high up there. Alright, and then we got dragons. Yo. Where did that dragon go? Oh, he's up there. We got him, dude. Yeah, that one I don't think we can ride permanently. If you do the Dragonborn DLC, I think you get a dragon you can ride and fly on your own. Alright, and we're gonna get these arrows. Ooh, it looks like there's something over there behind the waterfall. Let's take a peek real quick. There might be something over here. Yeah, no. Alright, cool, just looked like it. Oh, you're doing survival. The next one just seemed a lot like the first go round. Is that armor, light, or heavy? I'm in heavy armor. Yeah, so I went heavy armor with sword and shield. I did a lot of restoration magic because, like, if you do two-hander or if you do sword and shield or dual wielding, it's always good to have restoration magic because it saves your potions. Like, say you get out of combat and you're at like 50%, you can use all your mana on some self-healing instead of having to use your potions. And that way you can keep like moving forward faster and do more before you have to like slow down and stop. Alright, sweet. There we go. Oh. Ooh, we will take these for now. Alright. And then let us eat some food. Yeah. Yeah, survival's cool, but I'd say, like, first playthrough, if you just want to focus on learning the game, totally, you don't have to play with survival. It is fun once you get used to the game. But I even think that there might be playthroughs that are good. Like if you're just trying out different builds and stuff, survival's cool if you want a really immersive experience. But if you're just like, oh, I want to be an archer, or oh, I just want to do two-hand, and you're just going to try stuff out to like level 25 or 30, you don't have to use survival. And it's cool, like, because survival will make different parts of the game insanely harder. Like anywhere that's up near the College of Winterhold is just disgusting because you're like getting frozen all the time like nothing else. Today Duo, what other plans do I got? I think I want to defeat Alduin, and then I'm going to get some more coffee, and then I might want to do maybe some Minecraft. Might do some Pokemon, but I think because I was so close to clearing out the Skyrim like main storyline, like that's a nice capstone. And then later on I can do all the Skyrim like side quests, but at least I'll have like the main storyline completed. Really? Another dragon? Okay. Alright. Right? Yeah, so B model. We got that dragon wrench out and it makes them land. And so it becomes easier to fight them because like they have to sit down. Do we want to do this little side? What's in here? South Tower. Well, what's in the South Tower? But yeah, do I want to... Ooh. That's a lot of drawing to death lords, dude. There we go. Oh, shh, Nikes. Oh. That's rude. He got me while I was down. Alright, so let's see here. We got our ghost. And... Alright, let's end this dude. There we go. Woo! Right. I'm gonna step back here and heal up. Oh, that's a lot of Death Lords. right? So we're standing near some like lamps, some fire. We're getting the sundial, like the sun symbol up by our compass, and that'll slowly help us regain our health. Because you can see our health bar down bottom, it's got some like dark red parts. That is our max health that's been reduced. So like when you're out in the frozen wastelands up by like Winterhold, you'll go down to like 30-20% of your max HP like so fast, and then if anything comes and attacks you, you just feel like you're like screwed. Alright, let's see. That. Gonna beat that main dragon. Yeah, dude. Like, especially because like we do the peace summit, that's fun, that's nice, you come down, and then it's like one small quest, and then you're here, you're at the like end sort of like quest line. So, but that'll be sweet, because for me, like for my character, it's kind of like he ignored the main quest, ignored the call to adventure for a lot, and then once he got on it, he's like, all right, I've done side quests, I'm ready, let's just go like house through like all of this stuff, let's just go like steamroll these dragons, because they didn't realize I was preparing for this shit, dude. Yeah, sweet. Yep, now we're more comfortable, we got our health back. Alright, and then let's look at, we got Night Eye. I like going with Khajiit because you get the Night Eye perk for free, plus they get like a couple of stat boosts that I think are pretty cool. But what's nice is I didn't know it, but for survival, Khajiit have warmer fur, which helps them in the cold a little bit, but they also don't get sick from eating raw meat. So that's very helpful too if you're out and you're like starving and you just need to get some food in you. Being able to eat just like a bunch of like raw fish and raw beef real quick helps out a lot, which is pretty cool. Alright, so I think we cleared out this tower. Right. Ooh, and there's a treasure chest. Warhammer gold, steel cuff boots. Okay. But yeah, I'm in heavy dragon plate, but you can get light dragon plate. And that's the other side, is because of the anniversary edition, you get the backpacks. And there's basic backpacks, but then there's backpacks that have special effects. Like there's one, the one I use increases your lockpicking by like 15%. You can get one that gives you some extra magicka, extra mana, right? What are the other ones? I forget what the other ones are. Ooh. There might be one for like a speechcraft. Cool. So we're up here. There we go, there's a dragon. And let's do Dragon Ring. Right, and we get him down. Oh, come on, dude. Jeez. Oh. Alright, so we're gonna use some potions here. Alright, extreme magicka. Yeah, we're gonna heal up. Yo, okay. Alright, there we go. Alright, it's a lot of dragon bones. And let's see. Woo!
The end of sleep is for us all.
Yo. There's like a million Draugr Death Lords up here. Alright, let's go, let's go, let's go. Ooh, heavy armor increase, that's really good. Oh. Alright, alright, alright. Doing a quick block helps to CC them. Interrupt them, kinda. So that's really good. Ooh. Heal up. But you can see it's cold out here, so we're losing like max HP percentage a little bit. Bow damage backpack. Oh, yeah, the bow damage one is stamina. And stamina one. Ooh, the bow damage one might be really good because my lockpick's up high now, so having a bow damage one just for a little bit extra. Because it's like 10% or 15%, right? That's a lot of extra bow damage, honestly. But I always like to do enchanting because you can make armor and weapons with like 2 enchantments instead of just 1. Ooh. And so that's what I did as a merchant. Like I had my wine and my like crops and things like that. And then I expanded into armor crafting and enchanting. Because it's like, you know, it's good to have multiple businesses. And I already had a trade network from all the wine selling. So it's like, oh, I can increase this to being like different avenues too. And so from there, like, you know, you supply guards with like 5% extra carry capacity or 5% extra bow damage or 5% extra melee damage. And that feels very RP. So even though I don't have a ton of stamina, I have it so that it regens really, really fast. And that way, be able to use a lot. Alright, arrows. Alright, where are you at? Oh, jeez. Right, though? Alright, so let's go. We're gonna check over here. So we got this guy. He was an archer, right? Yeah, the arrows. We're gonna take those. Oh, dude. That's funny. Oh, Jesus, dude. Alright, let's get here. Yo. There we go. Whoa. Damn, dude. I mean, this feels like the end game dungeon. Oh my god, no. How much? Oh. Yo. This is so rough. Oh no. Oh no. Where'd you come from, buddy? Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, okay. Okay, I gotta stand right here. I gotta get my ghost out. Oh, I gotta find some fire because look at my health. My health is like so low. Let's muffle. Isn't there a dragon flying around here somewhere too? Alright, powerful hearing. Oh, that's cool looking. Okay. Alright, let's collect some arrows. Ebony great sword. Alright, ebony arrow. Alright, and then we're gonna go in this tower. Hopefully find something to warm us up with. Okay, we went to the south tower. This is the north tower. Alright, it's already warmer.
Does someone live among mortal food? No one hides from the dead.
What if you carry a torch that help you health? Yes, a torch can help. The torch can help, at least right now while we are fighting these guys. I'm gonna hold on to my shield. But yeah, a torch will help, especially when I'm out of combat and I'm standing near. Standing near the candles. Yes, torch. Alright, get him. Good, 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 good. Alright, we gotta... That's good.
You can never truly soon you will know the cold.
Ooh, danger arrows. Alright, items, and then what? What do we got? Oh, we're getting low. Oh, we didn't really carry any danger arrows, but we'll get some. Those are nice. Yeah, buddy. Alright, and then let's see. Do I have a torch on me? I thought I usually carry at least one torch. I do not have a torch. Okay. Magic arrow. Resist cold might help. Ebony bow. Ooh. Ooh, here's a bunch of candles. This should help a lot. Yeah, there we go. Hanging out in this nice little warm alcove spot. That helps, alright. And then food. What about food? We're gonna eat an apple pie. Feel better. Yeah. If I had a torch, I'd be using it. If I did, I would. Yeah. So let's regen here. And then B model, what kind of character did you go with? Did you go with like Nord, Orc? Did you go with Imperial, Breton? What else? Khajiit, Argonian, Wood Elf, High Elf. Alright, starting to get sleepy. Alright, a little bit of my magic is lower to there. So let's see what we've got. And just need to get a little warmer. Because the cool part, it's cool, but it's also tough. But like frost spells and like dragons, like frost dragons, they'll apply that like frostbite debuff. They'll apply that lowered health max percentage. And that's really, really tough. Alright, so we're feeling warmer. We're almost there. And let's see. Cool. Just a little, one more press and then we'll be completely warm. There we go. But this is cool. We're getting supplies. We're getting ebony arrows that are going to be very useful. Let's see out here. That just goes outside. Got a chest right here. Nice. Some loot. It's nice to have some loot in the final dungeon, right? You're doing a Breton spell sword. You conjure a wolf a lot. You brought the Flame Atronach, but you don't have enough magicka yet. Oh, you might have just reached it? Yeah! Flame Atronach is crazy good. Because it shoots fireballs, which are really, really good. Let's see. Yeah, sword and shield and bow. And then, like, enchanting is probably most of it. I don't really use any magic, like, in combat. Early on, I used fire, because fire is, like, useful. But I'm playing on master difficulty. And so with master difficulty, if you don't, like, focus on magic, magic falls off really, really early. But early on, I used the flame spells, because the flame spell was just really good. Stop. Stop it. There you go. Alright, I think that's it. But yeah, I like archery because like you know, you soften them up. So in case you are like far away, or you have a lot of enemies, you can take out a few without having to get like too close, or at least like say there's a big bandit leader, you can take out like 20% of his HP before you have to get like up in his face. So that's why I like archery. It's long range, it's quiet, helps build up stealth a bit. Sword shield. Let's see. Okay, cool. Alright, I think that's the last Death Lord. Oop, and then right, so I made this sword, so 15 points shock, 15 points burn. Bow is 18 points burn, 18 points shock. And then you just recharge them with like soul gems and stuff. So use a greater and a lesser, 2 lessers. And then my apparel is all like just magic resist. So let's see, magic resist and one-hand attack for my ring. Shield is block more, magic resist by 20%. Helm is faster magicka regen. Bows deal more damage. Like, right, so you compound all of these, and I have something like 120%, 160% extra damage for my bow and my one-hander. And then magic is regenerating like close to like 200 or 300% more. But then my overall magic resist is probably close to like 80 or 90% now. And then that's just how I like to go, because like, I don't know, I played Skyrim a lot, so it's always been pretty like fun and easy for me. Not fun and easy like super well, but like I've enjoyed getting like more difficulty. I've enjoyed like figuring out what strategies. So once you find something that's like really cheesy, like it helps you just clear the game super fast. For me, I started looking for more of a challenge. So there's been times I've played on Legendary, but when I play on Legendary, I'm usually like, I'm definitely not playing survival if I'm playing Legendary, because like you have to, like you're taking so much damage, you don't want any health reduction from these elements, and these extra effects are so tough. Alright, cool. So we cleared out the Draugr, Skuldafn Temple. Yeah, you can do bound bow and bound sword, and so that's what's cool. I think it's the higher your conjuration, the more damage they do. So that's one cool way where you can do like a mage spell sword. And what's cool about that is if you do it that way, you don't have to have a lot of carry weight. So especially if you're looking to like maximize your carry weight, doing bound sword bow bow is really good. The one downside is you can't enchant your bound sword or bound bow, but you can get that perk where it like soul traps if you're using them, I think. Alright, here we go. Muffle. So I use Muffle to make myself silent, even though I'm in heavy armor, right? Then that helps it so that you can do a lot more sneaking really easily. And I think my sneak's up around like 60 something, like 65-ish. But yeah, see, we can like really knock the health down on a lot of enemies before they start getting up close and personal. And then if we send our minion in, then they'll go in and fight, and we can stay stealth for even longer. So I do a lot of conjuration. I like conjuration a lot. Like the wolf is good early on. If you can find like the skeleton warrior early on, that's really good. If you get the flame matronac, that thing's awesome. I love that one so much. So this guy is called Undying Ghost. And I think, let me look on the map. I think if you come to this, the ritual stone, I think there's a book. I think there's a book on the ritual stone that gives you this spell. And that's just like right next to Whiterun. But what's cool about Undying Ghost is it's good and it's difficult too, because Undying Ghost uses all of your magicka, but his stats are equal to double of the magicka you use. So say you have 100 magicka and you summon the Undying Ghost, he has 200 health, 200 stamina, 200 magicka, right? Same thing, like, so that's when you get higher and higher and higher. It's really good and it scales very well, even into late game. Just because if you start investing more in your magicka, he'll end up, you know, I have 300 magicka now, so when I summon him, he has like 300, no, he has 600 health, 600 stamina, 600 magicka. Right? So let's go this way. Yes. But it will use all of your magicka that you have currently. So say you cast a couple spells and you're at like 88 magicka out of like 150. He'll spawn with what, 176 magicka, right? And that's fine. Yo. But that's why I went with instead of going really high magicka, I went with high magicka regen. So I could just recast them really, really fast. And since I'm not doing like heavy spells, like since I'm not going into like max level destruction magic, I'm not worried about having like 600 or 800 magicka. Yeah, which is pretty cool. Alright, so there's... Let's see... But he's definitely awesome. I like it a lot. Let's see here. Gold. Alright, cool. Oh, come on. Alright. Just the basic draugrs, that's cool. There's nothing but Death Lord. It's been Death Lord after Death Lord after Death Lord, dude. So it's cool when you get some regular draugr. Let's see. Okay, we're not spent to. That's just like an overhang. Cool. Alright, so what do we got? We've got... Ooh. Alright, that's whale. That's snake. And that is at which side we want to open. So let's open up hawk. Right, there we go. Treasure chest. Right, and then sneak. Alright, let's see. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, and then we've got this. But one of my favorite playthroughs is I like to do a dark elf, a Dunmer that does dual wielding because it's fun. And then like I like it because like they do a good job in Skyrim, like at least this game, of implementing a lot of there's a lot of prejudice that you come across, and there's a lot of like anti-immigration stuff, not in a heavy-handed way, but they're just like, hey, this is Skyrim and we want it for the Nords and stuff like that. So when you play as like an outsider character and you get to see like that perspective, it's like, oh, like you get to see how it feels to like be an outsider and stuff. And then what's cool is if you go to Windhelm, Windhelm has a lot more of that going on, like throughout their like characters. Like some cities are fine and they're like, no, everyone's great, we love everybody. And then some cities are like, you know, damn all these people coming into Skyrim. And you open up like certain dialogue options because you get to like be that like perspective, and you're like, oh, like you know, in Windhelm, a lot of the Dunmer, a lot of the Dark Elves are having like issues with stuff, and they're being like prejudiced against, and they're like segregated to like the poor districts, and you get to like understand what it's like to like have that like character vibe. So I think Skyrim does a really great job of all of that. And then same thing, like you'll be that character and you'll go to other places and they're like, dude, as long as like you've got goods to sell and you don't stab anybody, we're glad to have you. I'm like, oh, cool. And like that's what's cool too, is like simple stuff like that helps inform like who you side with, right? Because at the start, like I'm a Khajiit and I'm like, look, these Imperials put me on this cart and arrested me for no reason. And then they're going to behead me even though I'm not on their list. Like if they're all about bureaucracy and stuff like that, I shouldn't be being beheaded. But then when you get over to like the Stormcloaks, you're like, oh, these guys are going to be great. You're like, oh, but they're not really friendly. Oh shit, okay. And it helps you decide like who you want to like ally with. So at least my character, I'm like, oh, both these sides are like kind of lame. I'm just gonna go out and do my own, let all the politics like do themselves. But then like, you know, you do a big staunch Nord character and you're like, no, of course you're doing like Ulfric Stormcloak. Like, we gotta make sure that these Imperials get the hell out of our land, right? And I think like that's one thing too, is if there was like Ulfric's not bad. Like he himself doesn't seem to like hate the outside races. He just like wants to be able to like let Skyrim govern themselves. But it's just that thing of like, well, you know, he has nationalist tendencies because of his goal, so that attracts people that are like nationalist, and you know what stuff ends up coming with that. So I mean, that's the more in-depth, if you think about it more, sort of stuff. But you know, other than that, it's like a video game. It's just like, oh, these people don't like those people, they don't like that people. But I think like it's subtle the way they do it, but it still has like these bigger implications, especially lore or like role play if you're going through it. Because same thing, like, you know, like the Stormcloaks, most of them are pretty chill and they just want to protect their hold. But then you go to meet the Imperials, and the Imperial like humans might be kind of okay, they're just worried about business. But when you meet the Thalmor, the High Elves are like super prejudiced against like everybody, and they're like, we're going to invade you and you're going to like it because we're High Elves and we're better. And like, that's not cool either. They're a bunch of dicks, like. So like, it's interesting because it feels like simple and like, you know, it's just nice fleshing out of, what's the symbol back there? A snake? Okay. Like fleshing out of the world. But when you like start thinking about character for like RP reasons, you're like, oh, like there's a lot more I'd like think about of like what my character would want to do because of like who they are and where they come from, right? So I think that's like super interesting. Because otherwise, like, you just play Skyrim, you run in dungeons, you sell loot. You're not really like thinking about all that. And I think it's like when you play Dungeons and Dragons too, when you make a you can make a character just because it's fun and you want to be the big guy with the big hammer, right? But when you make a character and you think of like, well, what's their background? Where do they come from? You know, why do they join this or join that? And what do they believe in? It gives you this ability to like kind of like play out an idea, play a different person that you want to be. But I think it's good because it helps you understand, one, like, especially if you like writing, it helps you understand character, but it helps you understand people too. I think D&D's a great exercise, like, especially even if you're not super excited for it, like at least run some different characters in one shots. Like, say you're doing a one shot and you end up you know, playing something you wouldn't normally play, at least having like, you know, 4 or 5 hours being this character, even if you're playing it like kind of jokey, you get to understand or like think outside of your own perspective for a little bit, and that's really cool. I think it's very helpful to like growing as a person because it helps you understand, like as simple as it just helps you understand other people, like, you know, motivations and what kind of trauma have other people maybe gone through, right? That's cool. But yeah, B-Model, if you're still hanging out, I'm curious if you've ever played Dungeons and Dragons, because it's super fun and you get to do a lot of creative stuff like this. I think Skyrim gives a really good feeling of like what like a role playing is, because you have all these options. I love D&D. I haven't played D&D in a minute, but like I was when I was in Colorado, the college I was at, they had like a D&D club, and you can like we had like 30-40 people in the club, and that's what helped me understand too, not just different like perspectives, but different player perspectives. No, you haven't played D&D? It's chill. Like if you've got like 2 or 3 homies that are willing to like sit down and try it out, like you can get one of the pre-made adventure books and run it real easy. It's super fun though. It's super fun. Alright, gold, arrow. Just empty. But yeah, and then the game world too, like if you're in the normal game world, there's a lot of established rules, so you can get a good idea. If someone creates their own game world, like they might have different ideas or reasoning behind things, but still use the same like stats and characters. But understanding like, you know, the world you're in and what you do. And I always made like characters that were not against the grain, but they were just like in a way, like I like to make characters that are kind of like on the outside of the narrative and then get pulled into the narrative for reasons, right? So I would make a lot of like wizards that were used to like traveling through different dimensions, and they're like adventurers on a different type of way. And then it'd be interesting because they'd have a lot of knowledge, but they might not know a lot of like subtleties about the local areas or different people they were around. But then like another player who made a character that was distinctly like, no, I grew up in this city, in this area, they never left the city. Like, but they would research the lore and they would know everything about that. But it was cool because it gave different perspectives and different motivations. Oh, that guy's spooky. And just having those different motivations was like, it added to the gameplay. It added to like what we would do as an objective or for a quest, or how we handled a quest. And like, because my character would always think like, oh well, we just use this like, you know, dimension door thing, and then we can just walk in here and do this and do that. But someone else, they were like, they might not use magic to solve it. They were like, no, I know there's this dude who's in the city and they, you know, run this thing, so we can get them to help because we can tell them that it's like beneficial. Like they knew how to do like the alliances and who the different people were and stuff. And that was cool. And it gives you a good perspective on all that. Alright, do we have anything extra? We got plenty of ebony arrows, we're good. Let's see. Alright, anything we can drop? Nope, thief backpack. Here's books, keys, miscellaneous. Alright, and then we got lots of dragon scales. Let's see. Silver ore. No, we're good. Alright, cool. But yeah, like one thing that's really cool you might like, because if you like Skyrim, like it's fun. There's a lot of good stuff. There's one mod or add-on. It's called alternate start or random alternate start. That one's really nice because it'll, like, when you go to make a new character, you can choose that you're already an apprentice of the mage college, or you can choose that you're already an apprentice of the thieves guild, and it will start you out there, and then that's where your story can begin instead of always beginning with the cart and Helgen. Oh god, is that a dragon priest, dude? That's a dragon priest. Does he have a claw on him? I think he's got the claw. Yep, that's a dragon priest. Alright, alright, we got it, we got it, we got it. We got it, we got it. I ended up accidentally fighting one of these dragon priests when I was like level 8. I was just like running and taking some stuff over to a place, and I was like, oh, there's a shrine up there, let me go up to the shrine. And it was like one of the hardest dragon priests that are like out there, and I was like, dude, I reloaded like 10 times to try to beat it, and I had to like cheese it. I literally had to sit on a ledge and let my companion and my horse and then my like summoned minion run out and fight it while I just like sat on this little like rock alcove. We got it down, but I almost died of frostbite. Yeah. Alright, dragon priest gone. Yeah, the alternate start is really good. I would say if there's one mod I would recommend, it would probably be that one, the alternate starts. Just because like if you want, like it can start you off with a class kind of. It's just like, oh, you know, make me a priest, and you can choose to have you start in a specific location, or you can have it go somewhere completely different. So did we get a dragon claw? Ruby dragon claw. We've had this one on us for a second. Ooh. But that's what, oh, diamond claw. Ooh, okay. So wolf, moth, dragon. Oh, moth is already correct, okay. But yeah, so it's like if you choose like start as a priest, it'll give you like self-heal, and it will give you turn undead, but all it gives you is maybe like a little staff and some robes. You can choose to start as a like, you know, barbarian, and it'll give you like leather armor and a two-hander, right? And you can choose random, and it has like 40 places it can randomly place you, where it like starts you off and you're immediately having to do something. It might be near a quest starter, it might be near like a random enemy camp, it might be near a troll, or it might be by like a fishing hut. And like that's what's cool about the random alternate start. If you do the random option, you can legit just like, hey, I'm making a new character, you know, give me a basic like 3 or 5 items to start with, and send me out there in the middle of the wilderness, right? Yo, skeleton, what's up? You guys chilling? But then you can do it too, is like, oh, you want to start as a like apprentice to the Thieves Guild, or you want to start as like someone in a specific like little bit of a role, like a little bit of a starting story. Like that helps you if you like say you want to do something role play, but you don't have a whole character idea made out. It's like, oh, well, let me just be someone in the Thieves Guild and see where that takes me, right? And that's what's cool. Like there's times I've started as like a thief in the Thieves Guild. I like barely ever left Riften. Like there's like, and they, like it keeps you contained to that one area instead of having you go across the whole map, and it helps you feel like, because like when you start off regular and you go to Whiterun, then it sends you a bunch of like 8 directions at once. It gives you that like cornucopia of Skyrim. But when you start off in one specific area and then you do all the quests in that area, it helps you understand like that zone more, which is really, really cool. So we want some food. Yeah, we want apple pie. And we got storm called burnt corpse. Okay. But yeah, that would be the one mod I'd say. If you're looking for one mod, that's one I would say is really, really good. And then if you have Anniversary Edition, they add in a bunch of extra stuff that make it like so much quality of life balance anyway, that I really don't even need a whole lot of mods. There's one, like say you get through like maybe like 3 or 4 playthroughs. There was one mod I like that was expanded perks. So basically it doubles the number of like perk options, and it lets you have like more abilities and like more interesting choices when you level up. That one was really cool too, but like you don't need that like right away. I think you can. I think you have an option. You can start with like nothing, right? Like if you ever played what do you call it? If you ever played either Elden Ring or Dark Souls, you know there's an option to start as like I think the depraved, where like all your stats are 10. You start with 0 gear and you're naked. I think random alternate start has an option like that, where it's like legit you're just naked, you're out there, you're alone, so you gotta like, you know, run from bears. You're like punching a bear to survive. Stop it. Won't knock me over. There you go, fall down. Healing. And so I'm spec'd into the healing perk, where when you use healing magic, it restores your stamina. And that's why, like, I love at least having restoration, like, as a side skill, if you're doing melee. Yeah, Elden Ring is cool. And so in Elden Ring, is it called Wretch, where you're starting with, like, 0 gear? Oh, look. There's a fort right here. Let's see what's in here. Yeah, I know in Dark Souls they called it depraved. You were like... Ooh, emerald. You got nothing. You started level 1, but with like... all equal stats. Oh, this is cool. This goes down for a bit. Ooh, chest. Dwarven boots. That's a good staff. Let's see here. We're going up. Yeah, for Wretch, all you're given is a club. Neat. And like, it's funny when people do that character too, but they don't give it like any facial hair or any head hair, so it's like bald, and then they like make the eyes crazy big and the jaw wacky. That's always fun. Conjure Dying Ghost. Alright, cool. Alright, anything out over this way? Nope. Okay, cool. Yeah. I might do an Elden Ring playthrough on this. Ooh. Big spooky light. Oh, there's another dragon priest. Okay. Did you just push him into Sovngarde? No? Okay. Gotcha, bro. Alright, spare the ground creates a wall of lightning. Oh, that's really good. Alright. Ooh, and we got a mask, 50 magicka and destruction and restoration spells. Oh, that's pretty good. All right, and then let's see. We want to dump some stuff on you. So what we got? Yo, potions, nope, scrolls, books, keys. All right. Yeah, we got a lot of dragon skills back at our base, so we'll take that. Ooh, okay. And then anything right over here. Well, they might hide a chest over here somewhere. I would do that. I would hide like at least a little urn. No urn? No, no urn. Yeah, so if you've never played Skyrim, I think there's like 7 or 9 of these masks, and if you collect them all, you can get like one super powerful mask later on. A trick to that is if you collect all of the Dragon Priest masks and you go and put them in the puzzle before you take the final mask and leave, like you put like the 7 masks in the puzzle, it opens up a locked thing. Take that mask that was in the locked thing, but then you can go pick up all the other Dragon Priest masks. Otherwise, you lose all of them and you only get one. But that's a way where if you go do that and find it. Oh, okay. There's a dragon right there. An elder dragon. Nice. Oh, there's 2 dragons. Oh, I did not mean to do 2 dragons. Uh-oh. Maybe we should have just walked into the portal. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Where are you guys at? Uh-oh. The frost damage is gonna suck. Alright, we might just jump into Sovngarde here instead of dealing with these guys. Uh-oh. Woo! There we go. Alright. You do not feel hunger, exhaustion, or cold here. Ooh. That's cool. So like survival mode's turned off here. So this is Sovngarde, dude. This is the afterlife. This is where all the warriors go to rest their days. Yeah. I was like, nope. Nope, we can't fight these guys. Especially a frost dragon when we're already like frostbitten and have all our health reduced. Is like, nah. Yo, there he is, dude.
Turn back, traveler. Terror waits within this mist. Many have braved the shadowed veil, but vain is all courage against the peril that guards the way.
What is this mist?
I do not know, but none have passed through. Alduin, his hunger insatiable, hunts the lost souls snared within this shadowed valley. Can you lead the way to where Shore's Hall waits, beckoning us on to welcome long sought?
Yes. It's at the far end of the valley from here.
I saw it fair when first I trod this long sought path. The pain and fear vanished, dreamlike, and a vision beckoned. Shore's Hall, shimmering across the clouded veil, but quenched was hope by the shrouding mist. My mind is darkened. I've lost the way, and wander blindly. Hurry, before Alduin your life devours, Bring word to Shore's Hall of our hard fate.
Follow me. I'll lead you through this mist.
I'll try to hold to your hopeful purpose. Quickly, before this encompassing fog once more snares me in the World Eater's net.
Yo, you are right about that. That sounds like the dude from the start, where he's like walks in, he's like Sovngarde awaits, and then his head gets chopped off. Yo, that's pretty cool. So we want to do clear skies. Shouts. Yep, get away fog. Right. That's using our skills, dude. Oh no. Oh, that's cool.
What brings you, Wayfarer Grim? A wander here in Sovngarde, Soul's End. Shore's gift to honor dead.
I pursue Alduin, the World Eater.
A faithful errand. No few have chafed to face the worm, since first he set his soul snare here at Sovngarde's threshold. But Shore restrained our wrathful onslaught. Perhaps deep counseled your doom he foresaw.
I seek entrance to the Hall of Valor.
No shade are you, as usually here passes. But living, you dare the land of the dead. By what right do you request entry?
By the right of birth, I am Dragonborn.
Ah. It's been too long since last I faced a doom-driven hero of the Dragonblood.
Can I enter the Hall of Valor?
Living or dead, by decree of Shore, none may pass this perilous bridge till I judge them worthy by the warrior's test. You fought well. I fought. You worthy. It is long since one of the living has entered here. May Shore's favor follow you and your end.
Oh, this is cool. Oh, and this is like a giant, massive dragon. Like, even larger than, like, Alduin, right? Oh, this is cool.
Welcome, Dragonborn. Our door has stood empty since Alduin first set his soul snare here. By Shore's command, we sheathed our blades, and ventured not the Vale's dark mist. But three await your word to loose their fury upon the perilous foe. Gormlaith, the fearless, glad-hearted in battle. Hecon, the valiant, heavy-handed warrior. Feldir, the old, far-seeing and grim.
Isgrimor, bro.
The three await your word to loose their fury upon the perilous foe.
Yo.
await your word to loose their fury upon the perilous foe.
This is Sovngarde, dude. People just fighting and battling.
You need to do better than that.
Far you've traveled, your trials long, to taste Sovngarde's sweet delights. Seek ye food or song unending? Fighting, drinking, fellowship and boasting? Find welcome here and warm your soul.
Yep. Everyone just lets you sit on Shor's throne, bro.
Fight that foul worm.
No one's upset.
Force command,
Some good lore implications.
Alduin's doom is now ours to
The way
seal.
of the voice.
Just speak the word, and with high hearts, we'll hasten forth
But
to
if you
smite
stray
the
from
worm
wisdom,
wherever he lurks.
for 100 lifetimes, my heart has
before
burned
battle
for
is
revenge.
blindly joined.
Alduin too
Alduin's mist is more than a snare. Its shadowy gloom is his shield and cloak. But with 4 voices joined, our valor combined, we can blast the mist and bring him to battle.
Feldir speaks wisdom. The World Eater, coward, fears you, Dragonborn. We must drive away his mist, shouting together, and then unsheath our blades in desperate battle with our black-winged foe.
To battle, my friends! The field will echo with the clamor of war, our wills undaunted.
Yeah.
The eyes of Shor upon this land. Feed now.
Yo, what's up, Padikov? Or Padikapows. How you doing? We are about to fight Alduin, bro.
We cannot fight the foe in darkness.
Clear skies! Combine our shouts!
There we go.
Again!
Yeah. Big evil dragon came to the afterlife to eat the souls of the valiant heroes. We kill him here, he's dead forever.
Does his strength have no end? Is our struggle in vain?
Stand fast! His strength is failing. Once more and his might will be broken.
His power crumbles. Do not pause for breath.
Now we go fight the dude. Oh no, man. This guy's some meteors. Alright, and then we get...
Use dragon branch, brothers. Bring him to sword reach.
I have already defeated your friends once.
For Dar! For Skyrim!
Yo... We're doing it. Yo, just leveled up, bro. Yo. Yeah, buddy. Whoa.
Cleansed his Sovngarde of his evil snare. This was a mighty deed. The doom of Alduin encompassed at last, and cleansed his Sovngarde of his evil snare.
Hell yeah,
They
brother.
will sing of this battle in Shore's Hall forever. But your fate lies elsewhere. When you have completed your count of days, I may welcome you again with glad friendship and bid you join the blessed feasting. When you are ready to rejoin the living, just bid me so, and I will send you back.
I'm ready to return to Tamriel.
Return now to Nirn, with this rich boon from Shore, my lord. A shout to bring a hero from Sovngarde in your hour of need.
Ooh. Oh, we just got an achievement for 20 shouts too. Oh, that's cool. Yo. Oh, cool. Oh, all the dragons are hailing me as the new king of dragons, dude. I'm tired. I'm cold. I'm hungry again. Oh, this is cool. Alduin brought this on himself.
Indeed, Alduin Wachlan Dani. His doom was written when he claimed for himself the lordship that properly belonged to Bormahu, our father Akatosh.
Yup.
But I cannot celebrate his fall. Zultiraz Ach Ochma. He was my brother once. This world will never be the same.
The world is a better place without Alduin.
Perhaps. At least it will continue to exist. Griglochlein. And, as you told me once, the next world will have to take care of itself. Furnilos. Even I cannot see past time's ending. But I forget myself. Crosis. Solos mid fadon. Melancholy is an easy trap for a Dova to fall into. You have won a mighty victory, Shahroch Kondrach. One that will echo through all the ages of this world for those who have eyes to see. Savor your triumph, Dovahkiin. This is not the last of what you will write upon the currents of time. Goran, I feel younger than I have in many an age. Many of the Dovahkiin are now scattered across Kizal. Without Alduin's lordship, they may yet bow to the Vasen, brightness of my Thum. But willing or no, they will hear it. Fare thee well, Dovahkiin.
Hell yeah, brother. Alright, now let's get off this mountain before we get frostbite and die. Hypothermia. That would not be a good end for the hero. Yo. That's good. That's really good. What's up, Panda? We just beat Alduin, and we are now the King of Dragons. And it's dope. But we're still suffering from hypothermia, so we gotta get off this mountain before we freeze to death. But now we are the hero. We've been the hero. But now we are the conqueror of destiny and time and conqueror of the end of the world. Alright, let us get our horse. And our horse will help us get down fast. Let's see. There's like a blizzard on the mountain, man. We gotta get out of here. Let's see. Let's go down. Ooh. I mean, our horse is made out of hellfire. Wouldn't that help warm us up? I'm like just saying. Oh. Let's see. Come on, it's gotta be warm enough around here now. Ooh. It's finally warm. Okay, nice. There we go. Nice, sunny, warm day, dude. Let's go down. We got our... Yeah. Safe, secure. We're gonna go... Gonna go rest in our plantation over here. Woo! We literally just went to the afterlife, killed the dragon that's supposed to eat the world. We got a big kudos, thumbs up, head nod from all the remaining dragon lords. And we're gonna rest. Now, funny part is while we were fighting Alduin, we did level up to level 67. So In this crazy world, it's all 6s and 7s, right? I'm mostly doing like spell sword, so I do a lot of summons. So one-hander and bow, because bow helps you take care of enemy health when you're farther away, but then heavy armor, and I do enchanting mostly. So I like doing crafting, enchanting, but this whole character, like I have this whole playthrough. Yep, 6-7, bro.
We're one of the same.
Wait here real
as you
quick.
wish.
Thanks, Janessa. Thanks. Good to see you back.
Something.
What do you got on you? Do you have
That's
anything to
what you
take off of
wish.
you? All right, so torment. Oh, you got 2 torments. That's neat. All right, bloodthirst, revenant, bow of ice, bow of sapping, fireballs, flames. All right, then you got arrows, and then what do you have? And then you got dragon bones and dragon scales. Okay, cool.
I'll be right here. Then.
Yeah, you hang out. You hang out right there. I want to throw these in here. So I have this whole character playthrough from level 1 available as a like playlist on YouTube, and I think this would be episode 25 or 26. But this whole character started out as, look, I'm a Khajiit. I came here because I'm a merchant, and I came to Skyrim to sell wine, to just sell my wares. Well, what happened? First thing is, you know, I got wrongfully imprisoned by a bunch of Imperial guards. That wasn't cool. They were profiling. And after that, you know, the dragon attacked, you're leaving, you're doing stuff. There's this whole civil war. You're like, look, that's Nord stuff. We're going to let the Nords deal with their Nord stuff. Then I got a farm. You know, I started up with, is it Golden Glow Estates? You do the little quest line, little bit of a whodunit murder mystery. Very sad. And from Golden Glow Estates, I basically just spent all my time crafting, making potions, doing alchemy, which is what I would call my wine, and doing a little bit of shopping, and then mercantile, going to different areas, to different towns, and that's how I explored. Exploring was all about like, well, I got to sell stuff to people, and it like basically I would only go to new towns when I ran out of people to sell to. So I sold all my stuff in Whiterun. So then I went to Windhelm, sold all my stuff there. Then I went to, I think, like Riften and Solitude. So the story was expanding based on like who I was needing to interact with at the time. Yeah, profiling is crazy. That's profiling, and profiling is wrong. Like it was legit. That was the character arc. All right, so we are going to put weapons. All right, Dawnfang right there, and then we are going to do weapons. Bone arrow. I thought glass arrow weapons. That was Dawnfang. Didn't she give me one? Yeah, here's some like cool armors I've collected. Alright. Volsung, Croesus, Otar, Rago, Wooden Mask, Boneric, Bokun. There we go. Mordecai. Yeah, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 dragon ones, then a couple special ones, right? Alright, weapons, glass arrow, apparel. Let's see. Alright, so we got that place. Oh, and then the dragon claws. So we got iron, ivory, golden, diamond, coral, ruby. Cool, sapphire. Okay. Oh, there's not as many dragon claws as I thought. There's still a good amount. Alright, sweet. So we're going to have them here. And then what about our weapons? Any crazy weapons? Can we cheese it by putting it on? Awesome. So we cheesed it by putting it on a weapon rack. Right? Good. So when we need this, Ancestral Clan Iceblade, we'll come back and get it. We know where it is. But that's a whole quest on its own. And it doesn't give you the quest starter when you pick it up. I don't think. So, Solanius, we're good here. Alright, and then let's go up And did you give us that one?
Need
Trade some things.
If that is what you wish.
Torment. Steel arrows. Oh. I thought, or did I put Dustfang in here? Bloodthirst, yeah, there we go. Let's see. Some staves. So from there, right, so it was cool because like in order to trade, I had to go to these different spots. And then I got to a point where all of my mercantile stuff was I just needed more vendors to talk to. So also expanded into doing like blacksmithing, enchanting, and then that was like a way of like, oh, okay, well now I can sell rings of carry weight or like bracers of archery to the guards, and I help supply the guards and the holds with like, you know, good equipment, like basic stuff, but still good. And after that, that's where I ended up going to Solitude and then the College of Winterhold, because Winterhold had a lot of what do you call it? Soul gems you can buy. All right. Yes, if I can ever incorporate Assassin's Guild in my storyline, that would be dope. So that was one thing. I stay away from the Thieves Guild because I'm like, I'm an honorable merchant. Like, I don't need to steal from people. Like, I don't need any of this like morally gray. Like, oh, what about this? It's like, it's fine. That's you guys. You do your thing. So let's see here. Which one is it archery or is it sneak that's worth the most? All right. So that one, or is it illusion? Sneak. Oh, it's sneak for sure. All right. So we'll make a few rings here, right? Or if I sneak and Grand Soul Gems, right? And then so this is my thing. Like after I get done, I just craft stuff. That's how I got more stuff to sell. It expanded me to different areas, and then that was the lore. Was like, okay, well at a certain point, you know, say the role play was that my like trade caravan started getting attacked and like trade was like difficult. Like, well, why is that? Why is trade difficult now? And it's like, oh, well, there are these dragons that are attacking everything and killing everyone. And I'm like, oh, geez, okay. So then, but at least by helping take out one dragon, and then you figure out you're the Dragonborn, then that's what kicked off the main storyline for my character, and I liked that a lot. It felt like very like natural. And because I played Skyrim a bunch, and I was like, look, I just want to be a guy like that's out here doing something. And at first, like I was like, hell yeah, Stormcloaks, because you know the Imperials like wrongfully imprisoned me and were going to execute me, and like that's what's cool. Like at the start, it's like the guy's like, oh well, you're not even on my list. Whatever, get on the chopping block anyway. And I'm like, that's not how you go about deciding. Like, yo, 1221, bro, that's good. All right, so we're gonna go into more health now. And all right, so speech we can keep. We don't need to legendary it, but let's see, we got one perk. And where do we want to put it? So pickpocket, sneak. Ooh, sneak. Ooh, perfect. Walking and running does not affect detection. So now, like, now it's like perma stealth. So that perk right there is like you have permanent muffle on your character where you're just not making any sound, which is really, really cool. So I'll take that. Archery's at 85, one hand's at 97. Block is at 60. I got block, like I've just been using it. I'm not like focusing it, but heavy armor, big focus, right? And then what is it? Deflect and 4 more points. That's cool. So smithing. Oh wow, how did I get smithing to 91? Holy crap! All right, but smithing I got to 60 just so I can improve that stuff, right? Enchanting I already prestiged once. Alchemy I already prestiged once. Illusion I was able to like power level, and then I prestiged it, and I'm already got up to like level 79 again, just because of like casting muffle a lot. But quiet casting and illusion is pretty cool, but you have to put like 4 perks in it to get up there, right? But yeah, started as like speech alchemy character was like kind of the main focus, and then like what was your like utility combat skills. But restoration's been really important because like when you're out of combat and you just have your extra magicka, this is just a ton of extra healing that where you don't have to use your potions. You can keep going into like one cave after the next with restoration. I started with destruction earlier, but since I wasn't focusing it, it fell off pretty hard, probably around like level like 35 or 40. So I might power level this just to reset it. But conjuration is what I've been using the whole time. Like I run in, I do my conjuration guy, then I just like sword and board or use like a bow and arrow. And then illusions just because of the muffle, but it levels up pretty fast because of that. But now we're level 67. We're still drained. We're gonna sleep a little bit longer. We deserve to rest, right? And yeah, there we go. And then items, food, cooked beef, and some mud crab legs, some grilled chicken breast. Ooh, still hungry. There we go. All right, and then
Yes.
follow me.
I am the shadow at your back.
I appreciate that. Oh boy, but that was the main quest line. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to do the main quest line first, and I've got my like kind of like field diary, field journal of me going around and doing a lot, because while we were solving the dragon menace, we were also like doing things to help become Thane of different holds. So I got my house out in Solitude. I got mine here in Whiterun. I think there's a couple other spots I've got it. And so from here, I might go finish up the Archmage College as my next one. And then after that, I'm going to go do, I think Dawnguard. So I'll do the DLC areas as their own little like sections of the game. And then like maybe after that, if I play it all, it'll be doing like random little dungeons and all the little side quests and things like that. But ooh, remember where you at? There you go, gotcha. But yeah, so that is who our character is, right? And then I think that might be good. Like we might want to just run out to our farm and kind of regroup there, and then I'll leave it that. So, our Golden Hills Plantation right over there. That's the one we want to go to. And then there is stuff, so we want to go down and get Shaldor's writings, defeat that Guardian Wolf. So we'll go over to Falkreath next. But I think it'll be good to go to our plantation and just like rest for a little bit, right? And then we can dump a lot of our extra stuff, and then we can do more of our alchemy. But that's like we solved like there was like a Daedric cult thing. So like in between the main quest, we've been doing a lot of like big side quests that are like right in front of us. But Thieves Guild, Assassins Guild, Dark Brotherhood, like we have all of that as content still to do. The Archmage stuff, that's still viable and available. So actually, let me do that. Let me go in, and we're gonna
Take you to another. Where do you want to go?
hire a carriage to Falkreath.
Climb and back, and we'll be off. Get up there.
Right. So we're gonna come out here. I think we're gonna take a little nap at the inn and save, and then from here we'll start with the Archmage. So let's see. Because how far away is it? So Shaldor's writings. Yeah, so right in there. So that's the blacksmith. Where's the inn? Here's the inn. Nice. Oh, that's cool. Dead man's drink.
Take a seat and get the cold out. Welcome to Dead Man's Drink.
All right, like a room.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
Any work?
Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter.
Ooh.
I'll show you to your room.
Heard any rumors?
Folks have gone missing the past few weeks. Word now's that our hunters are gone too. Say, if you're traveling, could you keep an eye out for them? Valder and his men, I think they were after Bear up north.
Okay.
Right here if you need anything else.
Bed owned. Over here on this side. Yeah. And what do you got for sale?
Drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry.
All right, we need, yeah, cooked pogfish. Poggers, dude. Porker loaf. Yeah, we need that food. Cool. And we're going to eat that pogfish, man. Poggers.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Nords arise. All right, nice little sleep. We're jumping in. And there we go. It's cool. So next time we play, we're going to go do those Shaldor's writings. Maybe feed that Guardian Wolf on the way back up to Whiterun. But we'll do the Archmage quest, and we got to turn in our blood over that guy too. So from there, we might start Dawnguard. And I think that would be a cool thing. Like, we wrapped up, we killed Alduin, dragons aren't a threat anymore. We finished the College of Winterhold, and we will be the Archmage. So right away, you know, what do you got to deal with? Okay, well, there's vampire threat all over the place. And then you got to go take care of that. And I think that'll be a fun thing to do as far as how to keep my character motivated, right? Because now it's just like, okay, cool, you know, our farm's on autopilot, our farm's making money. When we go back to Golden Hills, we get just like piles of gold because our farm like sells the goods that it makes over time, which is really cool. Okay, so there's still a magical sword that way. And I'm here, Wreath, and then, oh, there's a dragon. And I think, well, what is my bow and arrow at? Because archery's at 85. So we could go get, 60. That one is good. Ranger's good. Paralyze is good. Bullseye's good. But we could go do the archery trainer, and she gives like 5 free levels real easy. Backwards power attack has a 25% chance to paralyze. Oh, that's really good. But yeah, you know, our farm's on autopilot for the most part. And then we'll go be an Archmage. That's like the next step. Because if you're Archmage, you get to help, you know, take care of stuff. We'll see how the Imperials are taking over the Winterhold College too, and we'll be able to kind of like use as a point maybe for some peace talks between the Imperials and the Stormcloaks. Like, hey, I'm the Archmage now too, and the Dragonborn, and you know, we got to all play nice. And then that'll be the way to go as far as continue. But now it's like, look, we defeated Alduin, we got the main quest line done. Skyrim can get back to just being Skyrim, and like that's the cool part, is like the world, the country can get back to doing their thing, and then just roll through, and we get to experience the world more calmly. So I like that a lot. We're gonna save, and we'll call it there for the Skyrim. All right. Oh, so B model, yo, thanks for saying I got a great video. It was fun, man. Thanks for hanging out. Just glad that you got to join and see like the end of the like main quest line, and like what it is, like the goal of like going to there. And you just finished up your plantation, and you're about to do the Companions quest line. Companions is cool. I forgot that's a whole other bend too. So it's cool to do Companions a bit and then do Dawnguard, because there's a big like werewolf tie-in with Dawnguard. Basically, it's like the movie Underworld. It's like werewolves versus vampires, and that's cool. So if you like Companions and you want to stick with werewolf stuff, head into the Dawnguard, and like that'll be a part of that stuff too. Because that's what's cool, is like if you are a werewolf, it prevents you from getting vampirism, because you're already immune to disease, or at least to like the transformation diseases like that.